Welcome and good afternoon. This is Kamish Orr. Today we are going to see a National League Hall of Fame matchup in my Payoff Pitch League. So I know Payoff Pitch has gotten a lot of attention on the YouTubes as of late, and so I thought I'd play a game that in my season 2 of my Payoff Pitch League. The league features 3 American League and 3 National League Hall of Fame teams and 1 non-Hall of Fame team in each league. And we're currently in the 4th day of the league. We're going to see a matchup between Los Angeles and St. Louis. The Los Angeles Dynamos at the St. Louis Wizards. Basically, I drafted these Hall of Fame teams and non-Hall of Fame teams, if you will, and created my own team names and all of that fun stuff, logos and that kind of thing. And you can see the standings so far. Interestingly enough, the non-Hall of Fame teams in each league are undefeated, 4-0, and so that's been interesting. Detroit was actually the World Series champion last season. They beat the St. Louis Wizards last season in the World Series. This year, Chicago is leading the National League, even though they were in last place last year, so pretty interesting. I did do some reorganization or reshuffling of the Hall of Fame lineups in between Season 1 and Season 2. I do play 1/3 of a season, so that's the other kind of thing to keep in mind. As always, if you head over to baseballmaelstrom.com, you can follow the action. I do a little write-up on every game that I play here. And you can go to the Payoff Pitch Season 2 stats or schedule page if you want to see the stats or the schedule. I'm also doing a best of the 30s tournament featuring season ticket baseball as my other project, so that you can find those results if you click on that tab as well. So with all that said, I have everything already set up. I'm using a dice roller that I created in Excel. I have a video on how I created it and how I use it and all that fun stuff if you want to look that up. But let's get right to the action. For the LA Dynamos, here's going to be their starting lineup. We have Tony Gwynn in right field, Chipper Jones playing third base, batting second, Cristobal Torriente, a Negro Leaguer, in center field, batting third. Todd Hilton will be the cleanup man at first base. Hank Aaron will be DHing this game and batting fifth. Pee Wee Reese batting sixth at shortstop. Ralph Kiner in left field, batting seventh. Jackie Robinson at second base, batting eighth. And batting ninth, catching for the LA Dynamos is Gary Carter. Pee Wee Reese, Ron Santo is actually injured and normally would have been in the lineup, but he will be back in action tomorrow. Pitching for the LA Dynamos today will be Carl Hubble. Lefty Carl Hubble will be pitching for the Dynamos. And facing off against the Dynamos today is the reigning National League champions, the St. Louis Wizards, who have had some struggles early this season. And their lineup is batting leadoff, Dave Winfield of all people in right field. Ryan Sandberg batting second at second base. Stan Musial in left field batting third. Larry Walker DHing in the cleanup spot. Mike Schmidt batting fifth and playing third base. Willie Mays in center field batting sixth. Mike Piazza will be catching today for the Wizards and batting seventh. Johnny Mize will be batting eighth at first base and batting ninth. The namesake of the team, Ozzie Smith, playing shortstop. Pitching today for the St. Louis Wizards will be Don Sutton. Don Sutton, Dodgers Hall of Famer Don Sutton. So, with all that said, we are ready for the first pitch here. And there we go. Tony Gwynn stepping in against Don Sutton here to lead things off. And we have a 10, which is a tough 17, and Gwynn will strike out to lead off the game. A rare strikeout for Tony Gwynn here. Fooled him on that one. And next up is Chipper Jones. Another tough result, and it's going to be another strikeout. Don Sutton mowing him down here to start this game off. Strikes out the first 2 batters he sees. Cristobal Torriente will step in against Sutton. And we have another tough result, and that's going to be a third strikeout. So Sutton leads this game off by striking out the side, taking him down in order. 1, 2, 3. So LA, not the start they wanted for this game. Up for the Wizards will be Dave Winfield to face Carl Hubble. And that's going to be a tough 37. And against lefties, Winfield's going to fight that one off for a base hit. He pulls around into first, and he's going to stay put, not going anywhere. He doesn't look to get the jump there. That brings up Ryan Sandberg, who will be sacrificing onto 2 or 12. No. In play, 57. That's going to be just past his in-play range here, and 57 is going to be a line out to short. That one's right at Pee Wee Reese for out number 1. Stan the Man steps in. He's hitting .308 here to start the season. That's going to be a wheelhouse. He leaves that one over the plate, and Stan takes that one deep all the way back and out of here. Wizards fans are on their feet and cheering. We are playing, by the way, in Sportsman's Park, the 1948 version of that park, which is the year of Stan Musial's card here. And Hubble leaves that one in the wheelhouse, and Stan took advantage of that to get the Wizards on the board 2-0 here early. Larry Walker steps in. It's tough 27, and he strikes him out. Walker couldn't catch up to that one, and that's out number 2. Mike Schmidt to the plate. 2 down, nobody on. And that's going to be an in-play 6. That is way down, rattling around in the corner. And Schmidt will make it into third, sliding. Close play, but he's in there safely. Mike Schmidt with the triple here with 2 outs. And that brings up Willie Mays. Let's see if he can score him. Patient 82. That is going to be too high, and Mays was ahead in the count, but he grounds this one out. Be Reese over to Helton to end the inning, but not before the Wizards put 2 early runs on the board. Let's see if Helton has any more luck against Sutton here, who's struck out the first 3 batters he's seen today. Ballpark. That's not going to be good for him. That's going to be a wheelhouse. Helton's a left-handed batter, and that's a ballpark wheelhouse, and that is going to be a home run. So Helton takes that one deep and puts the first hit and first run on the board for LA. Hank Aaron steps in. So Sutton's streak of strikeouts to start this game has ended in dramatic fashion. That is going to be another ballpark. This time a 35, though, is in play for a right-handed batter. In play 11. He drills that one into left field. He'll be in there standing up. Well, obviously standing up. Single, he rounds the base. He's in there safely. So LA threatening here again. Aaron will stay put. Pee Wee Reese steps in. And that's going to be a tough 68. That's a ground out to second. And double play at 8 would be a double play for Pee Wee Reese, but not for Don Sutton. So instead, Ozzie Smith will flip to Sandberg. He gets the lead runner, but they're not able to turn it. Reese now on first. 1 down. And Ralph Kiner steps in. It's going to be another tough 23, and he strikes out Kiner. 4 strikeouts now for Sutton. Jackie Robinson to the plate. That's another tough 49, and this time it's going to be a grounder to third. Schmidt takes that one over to Mize for the third out of the inning. So LA cuts the lead in half. And we head to the bottom of the second, 2-1. Wizards still hold the lead. Hubble will face off against Piazza here. Tough 62. And it is a fly out. Gwynn will be under it for out number 1. Johnny Mize steps to the plate. A little lefty on lefty action here. Patient 87. And that is a grounder to second. Robinson over to Helton for out number 2. 2 quick outs here in the second inning. We, as Ozzie Smith steps to the plate. And that's going to be a tough 36. He pops that one up to first base in foul territory. And Helton's under it for the third out. So 3 up, 3 down here in the second inning. We head to the top of the third. Sutton facing off against the bottom of the order for LA, Gary Carter. In play 86. And Carter grounds that one easy to Smith at short. That's going to be out number 1. We're back to the top of the order. Tony Gwynn. See if he has better luck against Sutton this time. Tough 57. That's going to be another grounder, this time to Schmidt. He throws over to first for out number 2. Chipper Jones to the plate. Tough 85. And Chipper, that's going to be another ground out. 3 straight ground outs. This time to Sandberg at second. A 3 up, 3 down inning here in the third for the Dynamos. We head to the bottom of the third and the top of the order, Dave Winfield, who led off with a single in the first inning against Hubble. Defense check, right field range 7. That for sure is going to be a base hit, I believe. I don't think there's a range good enough for that not to be. And it is. It's going to be another single for Dave Winfield. Dave Winfield, 2 for 2 this game. That will bring up Ryan Sandberg. Another defense check. This time an error check on third base. That's Chipper Jones. His error rating is a 3. 46 is going to be an out. It's going to be a ground out advance. So Chippers takes it to first to Helton there at first. And Winfield will advance to second on the grounder. Stan Musial up here again. He homered, had a 2-run shot in his last at bat. Let's see what he does this time. Oops. There we go. That's going to be tough 21. And this time, Stan hits one that rattles around down the line. And he's in safely at third with a triple. Stan doesn't strike out too much, even though he was behind in the count. He fought that one off. And he now has a home run and a triple, an RBI triple here, as Winfield scores on the play. Wizards now up 3-1. Larry Walker trying to do some more damage. Tough 22, and he will strike him out. It's a second strikeout for Walker. The only 2 strikeouts for Hubble today. So, 2 down. Stan still on third, and that brings up Mike Schmidt. Patient 71. And Schmidt will fly this one to center. Torriente under it for out number 3, but not before the Wizards get another run. They take a 3-1 lead into the fourth. Torriente facing off against Don Sutton. Patient 99. And this will be a fly out to Winfield and right for out number 1. Todd Helton, who had that solo shot in his last at bat. It's going to be another ballpark. Almost another wheelhouse. Would have been another home run for Helton here. It's still in play for, which would be a double. So Helton with a home run and a double today brings up Hank Aaron. Let's see if they can get back another run here. It's another ballpark. 77 is going to be in play 51. It's a grounder to first. And let me look to see. Helton has a 7 running. In play grounder to first. He's probably going to advance. I use a homebrew runner advancement chart. So ground ball to third. He'd have to have, yep, he's going to advance on this. So Mize takes it to the bag. Actually, it'll be a 3-1 because the 1 here. So 3-1. Helton will advance to third on the play as Mize flips it to Sutton there covering. So now LA has a runner on third. Helton will be at third base here with 2 down, and Pee Wee Reese steps in. Tough 47. That's going to be a base hit. That will score Helton. So a 2-out RBI here for LA. Cuts the lead back to 3-2 here as Reese gets his first hit of the game. He's not going anywhere here, and Ralph Kiner, who struck out in his last at bat. In play 38. In play 38. And this one's a liner right at Sandberg for out number 3. So LA gets a run back. And it's still just a 1-run game here. 3-2 as we head to the bottom of the 4th. Hubble facing Willie Mays. Tough 52. That was almost a base hit for Mays. Instead, he grounds it. Chipper Jones takes it to first for out number 1. Mike Piazza, who flew out in his last at bat. In play 55. And this time another grounder to third. Chipper Jones getting a lot of action there at third base today. Brings up Johnny Mize. Tough 15, and he strikes out Mize. That is Hubble's 3rd strikeout of the game in 4 innings here. And we have another 3-up, 3-down inning. We head to the top of the 5th. St. Louis still holding on to that 3-2 lead. Sutton facing Jackie Robinson. Robinson only 2 for 12 this season. Tough 26. And he gets a base hit here. Fights off behind in the count, but able to fight one off for a single here. Jump of 4 means he will possibly attempt. We have a 4 with a 6 hold and a 61. 4, 6, 61. No, he will not attempt it here. Gary Carter steps to the plate. Tough 87. It's a grounder to short here. And well higher than either of the double play ratings. And on a 10, 11, or 12, I usually say that it's a runner advance. So Robinson will get to second here on the grounder. Gets us back to the top of the order for Tony Gwynn. Runner in scoring position here. Let's see if LA can tie the game. Patient 25. And he walks him. The first walk of the ball game, I believe. And now we have runners on first and second here. Chipper Jones to the plate. Sutton in a little bit of trouble here. 88 on a patient, though. And he's going to get out of it here, as that's going to be a double play to second. 4-6-3. And I don't re-roll the double. I take whatever this roll is as the double play number, which is lower than Chipper and Don Sutton's double play rating. So that'll end that inning. Sutton gets just what he needed to get out of that jam, and we head to the bottom of the fifth. St. Louis still with a 3-2 lead here. Hubble facing the bottom of the order and Ozzie Smith. In play 44, and that's going to be a line out to second. Robinson hauls that one in. And we're back to the top of the order here. Dave Winfield is 2 for 2 with 2 singles. He's 3 for 6 on the season. And this is going to be Patient 36. He walks him. Winfield doing everything he needs to be doing as a leadoff hitter here. On base all 3 times today. Ryan Sandberg. Tough 99. That's a fly out to left, and Kiner is under it for out number 2. So 2 outs, and Stan Musial steps in. He already has a home run and a triple. These are all 3 RBI for the Wizards. In play 44. That's a little too high, and this time he grounds one right back to the pitcher, and Hubble will take it, toss it over to first for out number 3. So we head to the top of the 6th. Sutton with a fatigue of 8 and only allowing 2 runs. He's still good to go. Torriente steps in. Oops. There we go. Ballpark. This is going to be trouble. It's a wheelhouse. 25, and that is going to be another home run. This time by Torriente. And this game is tied at 3. It's Torriente's second home run of the season. Just able to get a hold of that one. We have a tie game here in the 6th. Todd Helton steps to the plate. Patient 39, and he walks him. Helton had a home run and a double earlier in the game, and he will walk, so he's reached base all 3 times. Sutton in some trouble here in the 6th inning. Hank Aaron. Tough 89. That's going to be too high. 89 is a grounder to short, but too high for the double play. So Smith over to Sandberg for one of the outs, but they can't turn it. 1 down, Pee Wee Reese to the plate. Aaron on first. Another Patient 28, and that's going to be another walk. Sutton struggling here with some control. Ralph Kiner will step in. Runners on first and second, only 1 down. Ballpark. Those ballparks have been killing Sutton today, but this one's an in play. 60. A fly out to right. Winfield will haul that one in. And let's see. Aaron was on second with a run of 7. Okay. Let's see. Fly out to third. He'll actually advance on that fly out. So let me back that one up here. Fly out to right. And Aaron will actually advance to third on the fly out. So Jackie Robinson in. 2 outs. Runners on the corners. Tough 53. And this will end the inning here. As an easy ground out to Mike Schmidt at third. So Sutton escapes with no more damage done. And we have a tie game heading to the bottom of the 6th. Hubble with a fresh start here against Larry Walker, who has struck out both times he's been up today. Tough 31, and he will strike out again. Walker can't figure Hubble out today. That brings up Mike Schmidt. And that's going to be another strikeout. 2 strikeouts here in the 6th inning for Hubble. Willie Mays to the plate. Still looking for his first hit. It's tough 57. He won't get it here as that's going to be a fly out to right. Gwynn under it. Another 3 up, 3 down inning here for Hubble. And we head to the 7th. Gary Carter. With a fatigue rating of 8, this will probably be the last inning for Sutton. Defense. Second base, error check. Sandberg, his error rating's a 5. He is the only fielder who could have caught this one. That is a line out to second. Sandberg's stellar defense preventing a base hit there. Tony Gwynn, top of the order. In play 42. And that's a base hit for Gwynn. It's only Gwynn's second base hit of the season, believe it or not. But he gets something going here for LA. He does have a 6-6, so 0-0 on a jump or on a steal attempt. I don't believe. Oh, 0 is attempts, actually. So he will attempt. 47. He's a B. Piazza's a 4. Most likely this is going to be a stolen base. B4. 47. Yeah. Gwynn takes advantage of Piazza's arm here. And he's on second base here with the stolen base. Chipper Jones, now with a runner in scoring position. Tough 64. It's a fly out to left. Stan hauls it in for out number 2. Gwynn not testing the arm there. And that brings up Cristobal Torriente with 2 outs. 11 is a patient 25, and that's going to be another walk. We now have runners on first and second. Todd Helton, who is reach base every time up, steps in. This could be a pivotal play here. Patient, but 98. Sutton behind in the count again, but this time, Helton flies this one out to Winfield, and that will end the inning. So LA not able to take advantage of the base runners this time around. Carl Hubble will face off against Mike Piazza, bottom of the order here. This will also be the last inning probably for Hubble. He has an 8 fatigue, and he's allowed 3 runs today. Tough 29, and another strikeout. Piazza watches this one go by. That's out number 1. Johnny Mize. In play 39, and a little too high for his range here. It's a dribbler back to Hubble. Hubble over to first for out number 2. Hubble has not allowed a base hit since that triple by Stan Musial in the 3rd inning. Ozzie Smith to the plate. Tough 45. And this is going to be another grounder. This time to first. Helton takes it to the bag himself, and another 3 up, 3 down inning here for Hubble. All right. Sutton is tired. After 7. So, I believe either Dizzy Dean or Hoyt Wilhelm here. All righties coming up. So I believe it would be Hoyt Wilhelm. Could bring in Marquard. But Marquard has struggled. Yeah, look at this. So many ballpark chances. Close game, they got to go to Wilhelm. All right. Excuse me. Hoyt Wilhelm steps in. And he will face off against Hank Aaron here to start the 8th. Defense check. Range, a right field range check. That's Winfield, whose range is a B. And it's a short fly ball. He's able to get there for out number 1. Pee Wee Reese. In play 84. And this is a grounder to short. Smith throws over to Mize for out number 2. Ralph Kiner will try to get something going here for LA. Patient 38, and he's going to draw a walk here. 2-out walk here for Kiner. Actually, that matches his jump rating here, surprisingly, but there's no way he's going to attempt. Oh, he will attempt because it's a 0-0. Kiner does not steal very often, but his steal rating here of a 2. 99. He actually may get a steal here. I think a 99 is a steal for everybody. It is. So, very rare steal for Ralph Kiner here. With the 2 jump means he would attempt it. 0-0 means he attempts on the chart. Because that 0-0 everybody attempts on this chart. 99, that's basically the best set of dice you can get for a steal attempt. Right there. So Kiner gets into scoring position here for Jackie Robinson. Another defense check. Left field error rating. His error rating's a 3. But a 52 is going to be high enough that it's not going to be an error. So Stan hauls in that fly out to end the inning. Very rare steal there for Kiner. And Hubble will face Dave Winfield. And, Hubble hasn't only allowed 1 walk. I'm going to give him 1 more inning saying he's not fatigued, even though 3 runs should be fatigued. But common sense says he's not. He hasn't allowed a base hit since the 3rd inning. But he'll be on a short leash. Tough 87. That's a ground out to short. Reese fields this one cleanly, and that's out number 1. It's the first time they've been able to retire Dave Winfield today. Sandberg. Tough 9. That's another strikeout. Sandberg watches strike 3 go by. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 7th strikeout for Hubble. Stan Musial steps in. In play 37, and that's a little too high for a base hit for him. This one's popped foul behind the plate, and that will be 3 up, 3 down again. We head to the 9th. Gary Carter facing off against Hoyt Wilhelm here. Let's see which team blinks first. Oops, there we go. Tough 4, that's a strikeout for Wilhelm. But top of the order now, Tony Gwynn. Defense. That's going to be an error probably. Sandberg, even though he has a very good error rating, that 11 is going to be an error. So, that one ate him up at second. Sandberg commits the error here, and we have Gwynn on first base. Brings up Chipper Jones. Tough 21. That's another strikeout for Wilhelm. So, 2 outs. Torriente steps to the plate. Dangerous hitter here. Tough 85. That's too high for him, and that's going to be a grounder to second. Sandberg fields this one cleanly. And we are through the top of the 9th. Hubble facing Larry Walker, and I'm going to say if he allows a base runner, he'll be tired. He hasn't allowed a base runner for 3 2/3 innings. So Larry Walker, tough 21 and another strikeout. Walker, 4 strikeouts today. Not what you want out of your cleanup hitter. Brings up Mike Schmidt. Patient 2, and that's a walk. So that walk means Hubble is tired now, according to my judgment, even though he's pitched so well today. And so LA, Hubble 8 1/3. And in will be righty, righty, lefty, righty. So John Smoltz, I believe, will be the pitcher. Yeah. Oh, let's bring in Smoltz here. All right. John Smoltz will come in, and Schmidt is on first. Willie Mays at the plate, facing off against John Smoltz. Tough 50. And Mays fights this one off for a base hit. Schmidt does not have any speed. And so hit to left. I use this die to determine 1, 2 is left, 3, 4 is center, 4, 5, 6 is right. Dangerous situation here. Runners in scoring position. Mike Piazza steps to the plate. 1 out. Piazza is a double play threat. They can get him to ground 1 here. In play 84, and they are going to get a grounder, but that's too high for a double play, surprisingly enough. Reese is able to get 1 at second, but they can't turn it here as Piazza just beats out the throw. So we have runners on the corners, 2 down, and Johnny Mize steps to the plate. Any base hit will score the winning run here. 9. In play, 97 is going to be too high. That is a fly out to right. Gwynn under it, and we are heading to extra innings. We head to the 10th. Wilhelm is a long reliever, so he will pitch another inning here before they switch him out. Helton to lead off the 10th for LA. Patient 89. That's too high, and it's a grounder to second. Sandberg fields this one, and we have 1 out here in the 10th. Hank Aaron steps to the plate. In play 17. That's going to be a base hit. Hank Aaron able to get on here for LA. Pee Wee Reese. See if he can get something going. In play 65. He will not. That's a fly out to right. Winfield under it for out number 2. Jackie Robinson is 0 for 3 today, but he has walked. Tough 7. That's a strikeout. Wilhelm strikes out Robinson. Ralph Kiner. Not Jackie Robinson, Ralph Kiner. In any event, Kiner strikes out. And that will end the 10th for LA. We head to the bottom of the 10th. Ozzie Smith will lead things off here. They're not going to sub him out. They may need his arm or his defense here in the later innings. Tough 85. And it's a ground out to second base for out number 1. See if either of these teams can score here. Winfield, though, 2 for 3 today. He has scored twice. 8 is patient. 5, that's going to be a walk. Another walk for Winfield. Finds ways to get on base, which is what they need. And that will bring up Ryan Sandberg here. Smoltz deals. Tough 41. That's going to be another base hit here. Base hit to left. It means I'm sure Winfield is not going to go. Runner first, third. In play 9+. No way. And that wasn't even in play. It was a tough. All right. We do have a runner in scoring position again here. And a very dangerous batter here. Stan is 2 for 4 today with a home run and a triple. He has driven in all 3 Wizards runs. Smoltz deals. It's a defense check. Third base error. This is not good. Chipper Jones. It's going to be an error on Chipper Jones to load the bases. Not able to get that one. So bases are loaded. Only 1 out. Larry Walker, who has struck out all 4 times he's been up today, but facing John Smoltz for the first time. And anything will score the runner. Corners are going to be in. They're going to play for a double play potentially here. If it matters. Tough 14, and Walker strikes out for the 5th time today. Horrible game for Walker. Horrible game for Walker. That brings up Mike Schmidt. Base is still loaded. 2 outs. And that's another strikeout. Smoltz does exactly what he needs to do and gets out of the jam here. We're going to head to the 11th. And Wilhelm has pitched 3 innings. He will be done. Now we're getting into dangerous territory here because, well, it's probably going to be Dizzy Dean. It will be Dizzy Dean. Dizzy Dean comes into pitch here for St. Louis. And he faces the bottom of the LA order here, starting with Jackie Robinson. Patient 52, that's going to be a base hit. A leadoff single here for Robinson in the 11th inning. Gary Carter's 0 for 4 today, but he will stay into bat here. Ballpark. This, okay, 98 is going to be an in play, but a 12 is going to be another base hit. Base hit to center. So single, runner first to third, center in play 8 or above, and it's not. It's a 7. So Robinson will hold here. LA threatening, though. Tony Gwynn steps in. Tough 57. It's a ground out to third. Going to be too high for double play, barely. So it's going to be a 5-4. They get the 1 runner. But now, LA has runners on the corners for Chipper Jones, who is 0 for 5 today. He has grounded into a double play earlier in the game. They're going to playing at double play depth up the middle at least. Oh, no. Oh, no. Dean leaves this one right in the wheelhouse, and Chipper Jones is going to punish him for that. That ball is deep, and that ball is gone. A 3-run homer for Chipper Jones. Here in the 11th inning, LA takes a 6-3 lead. Dean has not looked comfortable out there all inning. And that was a little too much of the plate there, and Chipper Jones punishes him for it. Torriente will commit the last out here of the inning as he grounds to Sandberg. Oh, no. That is not the last out of the inning. Oops. That is only the second out of the inning. That's only 2 outs. The inning seems like it's been a long one already. Dean's definitely feeling it out there. 2 down now. Nobody on for Todd Helton. And a defense check, a first base error check. Mize is a 3. Almost an error, but not quite. Takes this one to the bag himself. And we have 3 outs, but not before 3 big runs from LA. So, with that, LA will bring in. Dean pitches an inning. LA. Smoltz has done 1 2/3. And Lee Smith is going to come in here to close this out. Big Lee Smith will come in to finish this one out, hopefully. He will face off against Willie Mays here in the 11th. St. Louis down by 3 runs thanks to that Chipper Jones home run. Tough 0-2. That is a strikeout. Out number 1. Mike Piazza steps in. Tough 24. And another strikeout. Lee Smith mowing him down here in the 11th. Johnny Mize, last chance for St. Louis. Oops. Smith 8 is a tough 69, and that's going to end this game. 3 up, 3 down, as that grounder to Pee Wee Reese will end the game. Got to give it to Chipper Jones here with the game-winning home run here in the 11th. Smoltz will get the win. Smith will get the save. Dean will get the loss. All right. Let's take a look at this game. 3, 4. So Sutton with 4 quick strikeouts there in the first couple innings and didn't strike out anybody else. Wilhelm had a couple, had 3 more. Dean with a terrible inning here in the 11th. Meanwhile, the Wizards. Stan the Man, responsible for all 3 of their RBI here with his home run in the first and triple in the second, or excuse me, the third. But nothing after that. They didn't have a hit. Well, they had that 1 hit in the 10th. I take that back, and they had a hit in the 9th here. Hubble was just cruising there after the 3rd inning. Couple mistakes early on cost him. So Chipper Jones gets the player of the game here for that walk-off. Well, it wasn't a walk-off, excuse me. It was in the top of the inning. Game-winning home run, though. That win will mean that LA improves to 2-2. St. Louis will fall to 1-3. That will close out the games here for the day. This is a... Let's see what the series looks like here, schedule-wise. So that's LA and St. Louis. So the teams will play, it's a 3-game series here. So these teams will play again tomorrow before LA heads to Chicago, and St. Louis hosts the Hoots. So, as always, thank you for watching. If you want to follow the action, head over to baseballmaelstrom.com. The stats I usually update at once every game day. So every 4 games, I update the stats. So this Pops Season 2 stats will normally lead you to the stats. They haven't been updated for today's games, but they will be here shortly. It'll take me a little bit to do a write-up on the game, probably later today. So be watching for that if you're curious to see that. I'll do a write-up on the game. I'll have the stats updated, and everything will be good to go. I've been switching off, so now that I've played a full day of games here for Payoff Pitch, I will switch over to Season Ticket for a day of games there, and I've been going back and forth with these two projects, if you're curious. But that's where we will end things. Thanks so much for watching an exciting game here in St. Louis at Sportsman Park. Until next time, have a great evening.